fake that the way you know speak to your grandmother, and you change it versus speaking to your friends. It's the same thing. Corporate life, you have to change your tone,
Right.
change the way you communicate. It's not the same way you speak to your friends. And if you want that success, then you got to make those adjustments.
Have they been taught the difference between like speaking to corporate or speaking to their grandma and speaking to their friends?
Now, where's the manhood lesson in that though? I mean, I heard a few things from you, and you know, one of it was about pride, one of it was about communication, effective communication, one of it was about accountability, you know, respect. I heard a few things emerge out of the story that you just shared, and so is that the underlying manhood lesson that you're looking to convey?
Absolutely, it is our responsibility. I think, you know, if you look at the other cultures, you know, there's Jews, Indians. I work with a lot of Indians. They're not looking outside, right? They support themselves. Right?
You don't think that happens in the black community?
Absolutely not.
No, you don't. What?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, my man. You don't think we?
Willie Lynch syndrome.
What is it?
The Willie Lynch syndrome.
The Willie Lynch syndrome. So you don't think the black community does enough to support one another?
No, because we depending on other people to do stuff for us.
And then you got beans.
You
got beans.
we depending on the Department of Justice to supply funds for us to open up to come up with programs for kids. They cut funding, then where the programs is. And we still depending on them.
It's still beholden, yeah.
Them.
And you can't create respect that way. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, if you're able to take care of yourself, and the guy next door just doesn't like you, and yet you keep moving forward, things are improving for you, he has to respect that at some point. Right?
Okay.
He doesn't have to like you,
Right.
but
Right.
when he gets to a point where he respects what you're about.
Well, let
You take care of it.
me ask you guys this, because something you said struck a chord with me. You said that we lost pride because back in the day, and whatever timeline that is, right, that there was more unity because we're not struggling as much as we used to as a people, as a community, that we've lost that sense of unity.
Are we not struggling?
I think so.
We not struggling?
Well, that's what I'm trying
That's
to
not
interpret.
there anymore.
Well, that's what
I'll go as far as say we aren't struggling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing, Ed. So just follow me on this. So is it safe to say, or that, and I believe this from a theoretical standpoint, that where there's struggle, there is unity, because people have to come together. So is that the only way that we can have unity, is if we're struggling? You know, because when you're struggling, you come together in order to overcome your struggles, right? So the goal, though, is to overcome those struggles so that you now have some autonomy and some freedom and some flexibility to accomplish and achieve the things that you are aspiring to, you know, to accomplish, so you can make your life better and better for the generations after you. So now that we're doing that, you know, shouldn't it be a celebration for all of us that we have overcome those struggles? And you know,
It should be.
But I think the problem is that we're still struggling with this post-traumatic slave syndrome. We're still trying to define ourselves. We celebrate the struggle, but we don't live out the struggle. We hear it in hip hop.
wait. Say
We
this.
celebrate the struggle, but we don't live out the struggle. That is, we can sing about it, we can rap about it, we can say we're from the hood. We can talk about the hood, the life of the hood, and how hard it is.
Y'all keep blaming my hip hop man.
But the reality of it is, as soon when you look at the things that we do, we look at the things that we do and the way that we live our lives, though we celebrate it in a cultural format, but the reality of living it out, we don't. We aspire to be something that we certainly are not doing, and so it causes confusion. So a lot of our young people are confused. They don't know what to believe, they don't know what to follow, because the image that is portrayed in front of them is not the reality that they're living out on an everyday basis.
Right.
So we tell them to do some things, but we are really not following up and following through with them, so they don't know what to do. So they just go with anything.
Exactly.
And just one point that you were talking about, we have gone through struggles, but then after we achieve one struggle and overcome that one, there's always another struggle. So where, as a people, we see, oh yeah, we finished this, what's the next timeline? What's the next struggle we have to work on? We worked on, if you look at the whole thing of the presidency, we tried to get the first black president in there. We got that in. Now what are we working on? That can't be the end of it all, just trying to get a one man in the White House. You know, you gotta look at, like the man said here, what are we doing for our people? You know, if we can't support the person to our left and our right, what are we doing? That's the struggle we're at right now. We've got all the money we need, all the supports, institutions in place. We got the things there, but we're still in slave mentality or post-slave mentality, trying to push over that. Now we have to get on and say, what's our next goal? What's our next push that we're going to do as a people?
It's interesting. People always say this slavery.
And I don't
like
think that we're in the slave mentality myself. I think that where we are right now is a base where we have reached some type of equality. You know, you look at the numbers out there, the percentages of the people in America. You gotta look at who is the actual majority in America right now. We keep holding on to that. Once we stop holding on to that, we can sit there and say, okay, we are somebody. Here's where we need to move to.
Now, from a demographic perspective, white Americans are still the majority today, but those numbers are balancing out more and more year over year, and the projections.
But it also is, where are you located? Where are you actually living? You go up to D.C., them numbers change.
Oh, drastically.
You know, you go down to Atlanta, they're a little bit more balanced. You come to North Carolina.
Atlanta is very, very black as well.
But you see what I'm saying? Comparison of the two, you're gonna get more in D.C., which is chocolate city.
Yep.
Go down to Atlanta, it's certain sections. But here in North Carolina, you're gonna sit there and say, okay, we're the minority. It just is where you're at and how you feel at the time. And those are the struggles we have to overcome. Is stop looking at what we are, where we are against other people, and just what do we have, and then start playing for that.